Hello everyone, welcome to InnoHEALTH Conference 2024. I am Mercilina, your host for today's podcast. We have a pleasure of having Dr. Adil with us today. A warm welcome, sir. Can we have a brief introduction of yours?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a registered medical practitioner, but I'm not practicing anymore. Right now I'm running my own tech company in healthcare. Though by education I'm a doctor, but very early into my med school I realized that the kind of impact which I wanted to make, I can do it more by leveraging technology, but by rather being a doctor. I can reach millions by technology. So that's why I got into tech. So I did my master's from Stanford in Healthtech, innovation and entrepreneurship. Then I did one medical device startup, successfully exited from that. Then I worked in 2 companies as product manager. Now I'm building my dream project where I'm trying to build my India's first healthcare super app. I'm sure you must have heard a lot of apps in healthcare, but why are we different? I'll tell more about it as we proceed.
So as you just mentioned about your startup, so can we have a brief intro of what's the mission and the vision of your startup, and what's the pathway you guys are taking?
Yeah, sure. So I will ask you, have you ever seen surgery in your family or anywhere around?
Yes, I am from purely from healthcare background, so yeah, I am from nursing, so yeah, I have seen a lot of surgeries, C-sections, gynec, everything.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, but as a patient, when a patient goes through a surgery, the journey of a patient starts very early from before they reach a hospital, and it goes on even after they are discharged from the hospital.
Yes.
But the patient is on his own, and there is no one to help them through nitty-gritty issues. So that's where we chip in. We are building a tech platform where we curate a care plan specifically for that patient, providing an ongoing care, a care continuum before and after hospitalization as part of the hospital services. And along with that, all these services which you take from our app are cashless. That's the India's first value proposition yet, that we are providing cashless out of hospital care through our app.
So as you just mentioned that you have pursued your higher education from abroad. So just want to know, like, what's the difference in the healthcare system that you can see in the developed countries and a developing country like India?
Since I've been to, I'm from Stanford, so I've seen US, and trust me, US healthcare is also not so good as India. I would rather say India has a better healthcare system than US, because US healthcare is exorbitantly costly. It can't be run without insurance. But yes, there are still a lot of scopes of improvement in Indian healthcare, and I believe this is the best time for anyone to be in this space of health tech per se, because there are so many problems to solve. Trust me, like it's just like a sea of problems, and everybody is welcome. And I even, since there's a platform where most of the tech people will be seeing this, I'll welcome everyone. I believe Modi ji ka kehna hai na, sabka saath sabka vikas. So come join us, be part of this hyper growth startup, solve problems for Indian real healthcare problems, and sleep peacefully, like you are doing something for the society.
So now I would like to ask, what are the challenges that you see of the integration of the AI in the healthcare? What are the potential challenges when it comes to the rural sector as compared to the urban sector?
There are 2 questions here. So first question is what are the challenges of AI in healthcare? I would say still it's not mature enough. And at the same time, why would I say that? Because in India or across the world, we can't have AI products directly facing the patients. There has to be a layer of doctor. But yes, there is a lot of potential for AI to augment the doctors to provide best care out there. And challenges are it's still not mature enough. The people are still very skeptical. The perception around AI not just for the patient but for the doctors also, they feel like it's going to replace them. So yes, there needs to be a lot of conditioning required, but yes, every new technology comes comes with its own challenges. So like with time, I think it's gonna get solved. And as you said about rural and urban areas, I feel like, so I was talking to one of our hospital owners, and they said that tech adoption in tier 2, tier 3 cities more than tier 1 cities. Why? Because internet अब हर जगह पहुंच गया, courtesy Jio. And these tier 2, tier 3 people are hungry for new tech because उनको कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है, वहाँ पे अभी डॉक्टर्स ही नहीं है. तो through tech, if they can get any better services, they are open to take it up. So I would say वो जो पहले कहते थे कि रूरल अर्बन में there is a gap, I don't think it's there anymore.
So now I just want to know, like, what is your futuristic view of the integration that is happening between the AI and the healthcare, and where we can see this AI taking the healthcare future ahead?
So thanks for asking this question. So I would now take you 100 years back when healthcare used to come home. I'm sure you must have seen that doctors used to carry that bag, go to people's home, treat them and come back. And in the last 100 years, healthcare has been confined to these big buildings जहाँ पे लोग अब जाते हैं, we call them hospitals. I believe in next 50 years, healthcare is gonna go back again to the homes with remote patient technologies, with more and better sensors, with better predictive algorithms. People will be getting treated at their home most of the time. Only for few things they will have to come to the hospital, and AI will play a very big role where it will automate a lot of things where the patient, doctors or the nurse was required. So yeah, I feel healthcare is gonna go back to home, and that's where the patient feels safe and can get recovered in the safe and best possible way.
Really appreciate whatever you have discussed with us today, and I just hope all our listeners have learned a lot from your expertise.
Yeah, thank you.
And just would like to ask you that you can just give us a short message to our listeners if you want to give.
I would last message I would just say ki if you are aspiring or if you are exploring what to do, what not to do, I would say just choose something which fulfills your soul. And I feel healthcare is the thing, and why healthcare is the most interesting industry, I would say, because हेल्थ डिमांड कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगी, लोग बीमार होना कभी बंद नहीं होंगे. एडटेक, फिनटेक स्टिल एक ज़माने में गिर सकता है, बट हेल्थ केयर विल ऑलवेज बी प्रॉमिसिंग एंड इट्स सोल फुलफिलिंग. लाइक फॉर मी इट इज़. सो इफ़ यू आर एक्सप्लोरिंग और इफ़ यू वांट टू जस्ट टेक अ टेस्ट ऑफ इट, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn or LinkedIn only. I think that's the social media I can provide you with. And reach out to me. I would love to have you on board, and I'm always looking for people who are passionate about healthcare.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adil. It was great having you in the podcast today. Thank you very much.